I mean, I think it can make sense. You are, of course, overstacking in terms of damage, but it's a very traditional front-to-back. We think back to yesterday, T1 dominated G2 in the team fights, and BLG, when they were making it difficult for Genji, it was... Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, this is very cute, but Gumayusi is going to be here. Ona turning up as well. Faker with that first roam over. Elk in trouble. Rocket jump comes down, still gets the damage after the flash, and Elk is no longer first. Blood goes to Faker. Yeah, he is going to come up. That ward is going to be taken down here as Winter's Wrath comes out. Knight looking to try and dissuade Ona from taking this one. Good seismic shot, but Ona takes the rep up. But will he be able to get out? As it is going to be the kill going over to Shun, but Faker's going to be there. It's a cute flash, but it ain't enough. And now the rocket jump.
It does mean that Bin has so much space and really gets to push the envelope in this 1v1.
And we've seen now the neutral objectives get traded. First grub is going to go over to Ona here. You can see that BLG are moving up to see about a contest, but Gumayusi in the area, and it should be the three of the grubs going over. And I think when you have a Tristana, this is the priority that you want. However, Ona going to be able to grab this before he assaults over the back of the pit. Buster shot and flash going to be utilized as now Faker doesn't have that for the disengage, and he's going to get thrown back. Now the shutdown should come through, and it's Bin that collects the goal.
For him, because the moment Bin comes through with the ultimate, you think he's in a bit of danger, but that commitment from Knight really helps secure that kill. So nice play as the hook connects.
Yeah, going to land here on to On as they do invest even the ultimate from Carrier. The root is going to land as now Faker coming down towards the bottom side. Ona's here as well. On is in so much trouble. Level 6 is going to be there for Elk. Fate's call comes out now and Knight is going to turn up. The flash comes in, but Ona's still able to get the kill. The wall is going to block him, so they will take down the Sejuani. And now Gumayusi coming in will not land the snare.
Set up that play initially, but Shun is still hovering around. He's hunting for more.
Yeah, the information going to be there as now Faker is going to dive on top of it. The hook max range will connect. And now the ulti comes on through, but it's another rocket jump from Faker. He gets himself out. And even with everything invested, Shun's not going to be able to get there. Just not quite enough range on that W. And T1 will get out.
BLG feel confident. They think that they see the trap, that they're able to outsmart.
Elk, as he resets back out onto the map, goes to mid, catches that wave. So BLG looking to not waste any farm. Nice knockback.
Yeah, seismic shot. The handshake's going to be there as well as now Carrier in trouble and will be taken down. Knight secures the kill underneath the turret. And maybe Owner is really trying to take that to the next level.
It's a dive mid.
He has cleanse.
Yeah, there is the ulti. Immediate cleanse does come on through, but I think there's just going to be too much damage. Explosive charge will be able to get it done. As Gumayusi comes down, Knight is looking for Owner, but I think that the Sejuani's going to be able to make it out. Will Zeus be as lucky, though, as the stun card comes through, the all-out to try and get him out, as now the Dawning Shadow, as they're looking to turn it. Faker, he has the rocket jump to get over the wall, and the Buster shot to create that distance. The ultimate comes on through, the block is fantastic, as now Destiny gets the turnaround. Faker's lying on the ground, and Bin's just laughing.
It's the jump from Faker getting interrupted.
Full seismic shot going to be avoided, but it does not matter. Knight is now on the board in the skirmish, and BLG looking fantastic in the top lane.
T1 thought they saw a moment of weakness, but BLG outfight them in the skirmish.
I love game one already. A back and forth brawl between two incredible teams. T1 with some early game aggression that, based on their composition, you would not expect. This is more of a scaling front to back, and then the chase comes down.
The combination of the knockup and Shun's ultimate splitting up that fight, not allowing the rest of T1 to get on top.
BLG held their nerve, and now it's Shun on the aggression.
Yeah, a bit of a face check there as now Gumayusi might pay the price for it. He's going to have to walk over. You can see Faker's just backing. He wants to get out of there, but he's going to cancel it as now the threaded volley comes in immediately. There's the Buster shot, and now Gumayusi has to flash. Hostile takeover, not going to land onto anyone, but On is still going to be there as he dives forward. They're so incredibly low. Both of the AD carries go down, and Shun gets a double underneath the turret, but now it could be T1's time as the all-out comes in. And Zeus is going to do the same thing. Collects a couple, and now Bin tries to answer it as the rest of BLG collapse. And Carrier, can he turn it around? The flash forward, he locks it up. And now Ona is there. They're going to be able to get the triple kill for the North. He's acting. Because he's like, he does that walk where he's like trying to get to the brush because he doesn't want to die. That feels like what he's doing, but Owner is there. He doesn't go back like a lot of people thought he might have because his health bar was so nice weave as well to try and block the entrance here for T1 as they are looking to get into the pit. The rend is going to be there, and it's a good smite from Shun. to get them one extra dragon. Only 2 on the board as, of course, T1 managed to get the second as now Glacial Prison does fly forward. They get the Fates Call this time, and now Carrier has already hooked his way in. The rocks are on the ground. The Dawning Shadow's there to keep Carrier alive as Elk is pushed out of the fight. Now the hostile takeover comes through, but it's not really going to get the value, and the bailout doesn't either. Now in the backline, Zeus is running amok, and they're able to win it in the end. They may not get the Drake, but they'll get the kills, and T1 are out of there.
Crucially there, T1 find the front-to-back teamfight that they're looking for. They look for the exit. Bin will snipe Faker at the end there, but still T1 gonna be happy about that one.
Absolutely incredible team fight once again from T1. They play it patiently, they take their time, and again, they make the front-to-back happen. Now, Carrier is the target.
Well, he is very, very tanky, as we know. Oncoming on up, though, we'll see whether they're going to have enough. They're going to invest a teleport to try and make sure they'll get through this Nautilus. Handshake is good, gold card is there, and that's a really nice shove. I don't think Carrier's getting out of this one. And that is another kill for Bin. 5-1-1 now on the Twisted Fate.
Big shutdown again going over to Bin, and in the side lane, this man is going to remain an absolute menace. Carrier. Well, Carrier, his position towards the top side was punished, but his hooks and his teamfights have been incredible.
Speaking of hooks, he's going to land one onto Shun here as well as they look to try and defend their blue buff. Good handshake for the disengage, but I don't know whether it's going to help Shun, who is going to throw the ulti down, but another magnetic
20
hook
minutes
from this Nautilus, and yeah, position to try and get himself in there. The wall goes down, but the Baron is under half health. There's a hostile takeover. It's going to make it a Thunderdome in there. Now Gumayushi is already incredibly low. Now T1 looking to try and turn it. The Dawning Shadow is fantastic. Elk is going to get into bailout range, able to get the reset as well, and Ona goes down. Zeus will follow.
It tears T1 apart, and now the Baron goes to BLG.
Ends at 22 minutes are quite difficult for T1 to deal with. They will be able to get this one. The flash forward, the phenomenal handshake to pull Faker out, and they will take him down. Shun is in trouble, but he has the Crescent Guard, so he ain't fallen down just yet. And now T1 just find themselves lacking a mid lane out of turret and their mid laner. Nice little flick back there from Knight as well. Will connect onto Carrier. He's not as tanky as he was before. And T1 really on the ropes now.
I've heard of a firm handshake, but what the hell was that? Catching Faker out of mid-air to set him up for your team to find the kill. The tower's gonna drop as well. The Dragon is open for the taking. BLG now in full control of game 1.
Yesterday against Gen.G, even when the chips were down, BLG were showcasing how good they were at team fighting. And we're seeing it here again. Felt like T1 were kind of getting to the point of the game where their 5v5 was going to be strong enough, but instead now, Rebel Baron power play, almost 4k gold, Soul Point picked up, and T1 desperately trying to defend this inner.
I mean, I love BLG's aggression. They're using every advantage that they have to keep the pressure up. Carrier in mid, has the TP. All 5 members stacked from BLG. Here comes the ultis.
Yeah, hostile takeover comes in. They just want to get Zeus out of the fight, but he is able to move far enough back. Because now the wall is going to be deconstructed still. This inner turret's going to fall down, and BLG got exactly one off though. So T1 should be able to get through this wave pretty quick.
Keep your eyes on mid as well. Look at Bin, keeping constant pressure. T1 look for the fight.
T1 are looking at mid as well because they know that they're down a member for now. Fate's Call is all they're going to get for their troubles, though. And Bin not even going to invest the Destiny. Maybe he wanted to, though, as the all-out does come in. And Zeus in the picture-in-picture will be able to get the shutdown.
He's a Zinzao.
Now it's the fight for the mid-wave. But BLG might just fight for this anyway. No, their goal is to push this in.
Audacious Charge does get Shun in there, but it's a good buffer on the dredge line. Still he's going to get snared. Not going to get pushed back, though, as the Dawning Shadow to try and keep them alive. Another Fate's Call comes in. Good knockup is going to come down, but On is now out of the fight, and he doesn't have that protection. Nice Q3 coming out from Zeus. Is now Faker up on the side. He gets Destinied on. They may have just found the goat, and there he goes. Elk locks down the kill, and now T1 are scattering to the wind. That's the pick that BLG may have needed to secure at least this soul, but maybe even Baron.
The ebb and flow from BLG, that beautiful Shun, kites back, draws the attention, and meanwhile on the flank, Bin finds Faker again.
The fight's not over just yet though. T1, 4 members still alive, want to fight their way into this Dragon.
Well, the Dragon is going to be secured, and now Knight on that flank angle. That's not the hostile takeover that they were looking for, as now Zeus will be executed, and BLG like a freight train are mowing down team.
And the base in their eyes, BLG is confident to try and take game 1.
And try to end here, still 20 seconds on the front line. Only Owner stands, but I don't think he's tanky enough.
I don't think so either. They're going to try a last desperate play, but it's another shove. Don't let this man have Talia. Knight is just too good on this pick. Another one comes in, and the Nexus will now go down. T1 on the floor and BLG on the board.
Now there's all this backline access on the side of T1 that can just make their dive threat very serious and difficult to deal with.
That said, you are playing a very short-range composition into
The game.
It felt like last time they didn't have as much damage as... Oh, speaking of damage, the snare even hits Faker. Big flash there from Carrier, but On, he's making his way in. The flash over from Elk. The first blood comes in. Nothing Gumayusi can do about it, and BLG will walk away with first blood.
absolute disaster there. Carrier face checks, even with flash and barrier, you're not going to get out. Guma trying to cancel the backs. Can he get it?
Oh, he might be able to do so. There it is. He's going to be able to answer it. Is now On, trying to get a bit of damage down, but that is a very early and to make his way over. And Zeus, this is feeling very precarious. Does hit the level 3. Now the tactical sweep comes in as he's not quite finding it. There's a hook shot and he manages to get on top of On. It doesn't matter though, he just gets out of turret range. And that is going to be the kill. And now Knight has already flashed away from Ona. Permafrost is going to be there though, as now Knight has run out of cooldowns. Shun, can he make his way in to try and answer this? Shape Splitter comes through and Ona says no. I'm going to be able to grab that.
Hasn't actually backed yet. Did make it to 6, as we pointed out, thanks to that early gank. But still, not going to be able to contest this early on. We'll now have kill threat going forward.
Usually Faker having control over the mid wave makes it harder for Knight to be able to collapse and really contest that. Gumayusi isolated in the bot lane for now. Keeping eyes on Carrier, what he's up to on the map. You've always got to be cautious of these supports. Both of them love to have presence as we get closer to the 10-minute mark. But right now it seems that the bot lane is the priority. So the game slows down. A small goal advantage for T1.
Taking out these minions very nicely as now Gumayusi presses that W running forward. That is a lot of damage. Whirling Death comes down and now Carrier trying to keep him in his place. Doesn't have his arrow and there's the flash away. Now Gumayusi might be in trouble, but no. They give up on any further chase and Elk having that level 6. Absolutely massive for making sure that Gumayusi couldn't just free hit.
Mid laners would love to get involved as well, but Faker keeping the pressure up. He's
Oh,
Ona.
Glacial Prison comes in and the arrow was just picked up. Great flash from On though. Step aside and it's a double and a cash in for Gumayusi's Draven. Now Shun trying to get him here. Could it be a triple though as he's trying to catch the axe? And it's a triple for Guma.
Why T1 is prioritizing it, why they are trusting him on this pick.
Arrows coming out here is now Ona looking for more. Whirling Death comes in and it's the volley. That's the last hit.
Gold from kills for Guma.
Oh my goodness.
And now BLG attack back.
Well, let's see whether he can make it happen. Pop Blossom comes down. Arrow is barely going to miss. There is Knight taking axe after axe, but it is the kill, the revenge for Elk. As the
Still hovers around him. He's not going to take the risk. He will back away.
got some opportunistic play there.
Look at the gold.
That's post shutdown.
Yeah, this is
pointed out to me, and we got to talk about this. Very apt for Draven. Hubris purchased here.
Yes.
For Gumayusi. So if you don't know what it does, which makes sense because it's barely ever picked, it's basically a snowball AD item. Every time you kill a champion, the AD that you get after you get a shutdown keeps increasing.
It really feels thematically fantastic for a Draven as well. The arrow is not going to connect there.
6 grubs as well.
Damage makes such a big difference in getting through this Cassandre, particularly in extended fights.
Oh, he can just drop this mid if he wants to.
As On is just going to get ulted. There is the Whirling Death, and my god, the damage! Not going to be quite enough to lock down the killers. There's the all-out from Bin, and Zeus not wanting to fight this one just yet, as you can see, just trying to get away from these Qs. Landing in some pot shots. There's the ulti, and gets the hook shot for the Sun as well. Is it just going to be the solo kill? It is! Faker turns up just to cheerlead his top laner.
A solo kill for Zeus over Bin.
As you can see, yep, it is just Zeus trying to take down this top inner turret. So, Soul Point should go over to BLG here unless Faker does something absolutely crazy. Not going to happen though. Smite is, of course, available. That flash was a weird one there from Elk, but should still be okay as Whirling Death coming on down. Bin trying to find the angle. And there is Zeus just to defend. Ona will turn up as well. They know how dangerous this Cassandre can be as Knight flashes and finds the air. 75% health. Ona going to walk on over, and you can see BLG They just want to get themselves the team fight as Knight. Shape splits himself just to try and scout out these brushes, and Zeus, still stalwart, standing his ground, will now move out of that brush as he's spotted on that flank angle, and they're taking so much damage. There's the Glacial Prison onto Elk, but he's down to 50%, and there is no extra follow-up. They go back in. There's the Pop Blossom this time. It finds its mark as they do manage to take the Drake, but can they find the fight is a question. T1 on the board is Zeus. That health bar is very, very high, and the flash forward from Faker looks for the opportunity, but there's not many cooldowns back up and available. He's in the shroud now, and Zeus is the one that's so scary with all this damage. They get the shutdown onto Faker, but Zeus is going to be able to answer the kill onto...
The ult from Sejuani and the ult from Carrier can so easily be blocked by clones, by Edge of Night.
Wait, that's the ult come from Elk.
Yeah, there's the ult out from Owner as well, but that is a lot of damage with the Whirling Death. The arrow now going to connect. It hits the right Shun as well as Faker. He'll go golden. Zeus on the flank angle, but he's blocked by Bin. Manages to snatch him out of the air. Hextech Ultimatum has to be used so defensively, and now it's Bin that gets in amongst the fight. He'll all out his way with Gumayushi, but he's back to his team. And now they're looking for it. It's Faker that dives in the 5-point strike, and this time T1 will find the team fight they've been looking for all series and wipe the floor with BLG.
A fight on multiple fronts that T1 just dominate. BLG put up a good fight, but it was not good enough.
This series is delivering, even with a gold lead this massive. Look at these health bars. But T1 gonna push for the end here, and we're gonna go to 1-1.
I've never been tested this much at my job ever. Because there is so many micro things happening in these fights. As On looking for the opportunity, he won't find it. The juggling, even under the Nexus turrets, is working out nicely as another minion wave will taxi its way in. The Nexus will be exposed, and even though Bin just managed to respawn, there were arrows waiting for him, and there goes the Nexus. T1 turn this into a best. Faker.
Are
we getting it? Faker's Yasuo!
Or is it
It's
Faker's
Zac. It's Faker. Hang on a second, let me scroll down 800 champions for a second.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a chance. Owner. Ooh, nice smite, but Owner sees the blue is still up. The problem
Now
is
he knows that Shun doesn't have the smite available, the flash available as well. As Wind becomes lightning, Shun just going to try and do battle. But this is not the range he wants. There's the pounce! And there's first blood for Owner! This is his Nidalee!
Minion skin. He's able to find a solo kill. He'll steal away the blue, but now Bin wants revenge.
Yeah, he's going to get jumped on here as there is a tornado not finding the mark. Great snare from El, because now Owner is definitely dead. Left to the wolves, and now Faker could be in trouble. Stretch Armstrong is exactly that, as he does just a last...
Right, so you look at Ornn, you look at Annie, Xin. Great champions for actually closing that gap. But, I mean, truthfully, these fights have been chaotic.
Whoa! There's another flash forward. The Bellow's Breath is perfectly buffered, and then he gets out with a searing charge. On playing it absolutely beautifully, but still, they lose out on the trade.
The
Ward as well is now looking at the shooting gallery here. On does headbutt the wall, but still tagged by the spear. The extended pounce not going to be taken until the minion wave gets in his carrier. Oh, he tries to buffer still. He is able to get out. The auto attack comes in though, and there is the kill for Elk.
Plus Nautilus is such a powerful duo. And BLG are going to wisely respect it for now. Of course, and
Owner. They're going to face check as there is Shun, gets the flash out as Destiny to follow immediately. Bin heads on over, and Owner has nowhere to go, and it's a kill to Elk as well to start getting him stacked up.
A plunder there from Owner. He saw them on the control ward in the top side, didn't respect the possibility of them moving back through his side of the jungle, and he gets caught out. BLG find themselves another kill. Will get 5 grubs as well.
We're again seeing why there's such a priority on the TF. Getting these type of mid-game picks will mean that as a result, BLG gonna be picking up a whole lot of grubs, and it might look for a play here as well.
Yeah, Bin is already ghosting towards Gumayushi. He manages to get the cleanse out, but now Carrier finds himself all alone. There's the Fate's Call, but there's the train on top of them. Still, Gumayushi gonna be
starting to overwhelm T1 as they turn their attention to this tier 1 in the top lane. Very close to even taking it down.
Yep, Sphere going to go wide. There is now a teleport in. T1 really trying to find a depth charge. Going to get on top of Elk, but he sidesteps the spear, and now Faker, he's bouncing around, but he's trying to use it to escape. That's That's not what they really wanted. Now he has to flash, gets under the turret. He'll survive, but they won't win the fight, and the turret is more than doomed. That's first turret blood as well, and that is a big gold lead.
Zeus is on the other end of the map, and he doesn't have his teleport available. BLG playing as a unit.
I've seen this Yasuo before, Chronicler.
He's just off by his lonesome.
He is.
He's a lone wanderer, and he'll get the turret maybe eventually. Obviously, a lot of sums invested towards the top half of the map. So probably should be able to get it on this wave, but BLG gonna be feeling great. Only a single Void Grub here for Zeus.
I mean, it's a situation where I felt like T1 was trying their best to buy time because BLG
Trying to deal in this mid wave as On going low.
Maybe On was the target, as Owner is going to let us know. More spears connecting here as Faker dives in once again, gets the knock up onto Shun. Stretch Armstrong out there as well as Carrier looking to get himself amongst it. Faker absolutely massive here in this front line, and so they will be able to push them away and collect the Herald. It feels like T1 feeling stronger in these fights now.
I mean, T1, they had a really nice turn onto the aggression from BLG in mid lane that actually got Shun's ultimate out, On's ultimate out, and so because they know that Bin also doesn't have the teleport, they leverage their advantage from Zeus, and they're able to create this collapse and secure the mid-tier 1. Well played, I think, overall from T1. Has been cross maps on the bot side to keep the map stayed even. It's
pretty good elastic slingshot angle as Carrier finds a minion. Still there is Faker channeling, dives on top, gets right in there onto Shun, but the ulti is going to be there. Let's Bounce comes on through. Destiny has been channeled, and Faker going down very low. Shun is almost just dead. That is a massive pivot into the backline, and there goes Zeus. And Faker's bloblets will not survive either. Now the train will just crash on in as Ona not going to be able to find anything, and BLG will run them down.
And just as it looks, as T1 has found an angle, a big angry bear ends their dreams. Mid lane turret is gonna fall. A massive, massive fight for BLG.
Knight with his Annie finds the play. An impressive Tibbers swings the fight in favor of BLG, will secure them to
where they wanted them. Knight had a different theory. Still, it's going to be the second dragon for T1, despite the fact that the gold is overwhelmingly in favor of BLG.
There's a lot of gold cheating going on. There's the passive as they hook shot. That's a Xin Zhao though, and you see T1, they're hesitating. Zeus, even though this counter pick looked cool, hasn't had any impact yet.
Yeah, there's the audacious charge in here from Shun as Zeus puts down the wind wall. Can they actually find the fight that was on? A massive ultimate. Can he find it? The ramp doesn't really work out, but still, BLG will tear Gumayushi apart. Zeus down to about 100 health. Carrier is dead. Elk's going to be able to get another one here as the gold card finds the kitty cat, and Bin is on a rampage. Faker, he finds one kill back against his opposite number, but that is all they will get.
Turn it into another ace. Incredible performance as BLG ride this way. And immediately after winning that fight, they knew they had the gold leads. And, oh, hang on a minute, Faker,
yeah.
Okay. But again, you're seeing it now, they're pushing in the bot wave. What do? Move into the enemy jungle. Because this space belongs to them. And T1 thought that they could fight back in the top side and they were punished. Now they're being chased out of their jungle once again as BLG sets their sights on another tower.
Should be able to get this inner turret here as On is moving over. The ram is at the ready, or the train, I should say, this particular skin. Inner turret down to 50% health. That is going to be a nice route onto Zeus, who's now trying to get himself out of there. Tibbers is dead for now. It's a good knock-up, though, onto Faker still. He's pretty tanky. Depth charge going to be absorbed by that Crescent Guard as Faker dives in. I don't know about that one. He didn't even have cell division. He's just going to fall down. Now Gumayushi has to flash. It's a decent hook. The Carrier, where's the follow-up? Double kill for Shun as BLG push for the inhibitor turret bot lane.
T1 desperately try and find something, but BLG is ready to outplay their every move. Inhib is gonna fall, and they don't...
Wants to continue to get the better of T1. Last year at MSI, BLG surprised the world when they knocked T1 out of the tournament. And this year, they're looking to maintain that record and return to the finals for the second year in a row.
Well, there's the flash bear from Knight as Ona trying to get out of there, but Dawning Shadow in the kitchen sink will hit him in the back of the head. They'll turn it into a kill on Aguma as well. And BLG, I think they want to end it right here.
BLG is sitting in double smite, but they're not even going to use that on that summoner. You don't need it. They can look for the amp through bot lane here with Owner and Guma dead.
merciless is BLG as they show zero restraint. 23 minutes in, the Nexus in their eyes.
Only 3 members of T1 here to try and defend. They have no money, they have no chance. Carrier is going to go down. It's a decent last breath, but I think it might definitely be its namesake as Faker will get surrounded and destroyed. BLG with one Nexus turret between themselves and victory. They'll take it a little bit slow because maybe they want to get a couple of extra kills, as that flash is not going to do it. There are trains flying across, there are bears coming from the sky, but the Nexus will be destroyed and BLG will head to match point in the series.
BLG off the back of Bin getting counterpicks. It didn't matter.
We had less.
We had a great angle.
I mean, it's fine.
Is
You have
it?
a little bit more scaling. I think that into Azir, when you have two hyper-scaling mid laners, it's okay. I don't love the pairing alongside Vi.
Has an inkling. On hasn't showed for a while.
Zeus will find a really nice trade here as On going to move in. Oh dear, Faker in so much trouble. No flash, no chance, and will be taken down. First blood, but not able to stop this blighted Quipper from being activated by the hail of arrows. There's a Hex Flash forward from On. He'll find the snare on the carrier, but he gets the knock up, and that is going to be the kill. Elk going to be taken down by the On. He tried to give it to Gumayusi, but doesn't. So that he can't just engage on you and kill you. It's just K'Sante, man. I don't know. Every time we seem to complain about it, and every time it seems to be relevant, as we do see neutral objectives traded. Zeus is underneath this turret. Speaking of which, I don't know about this one, though, as All Out is going to come through. Zeus going to try and survive, but that just kills him. I think taking 5 turret shots, maybe not the angle here, guys.
What was that from Zeus? A huge mistake. The wave got cleared out so fast by Elk. He didn't even have to flash. Just a straight up free kill donated over to BLG AD carry.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, let's try again. He doesn't find the ultimate, but that flash was gorgeous, and he's looking to outplay. It doesn't work out, but still then able to win the fight on.
Find the turnaround. This is the skirmishing we were looking for. Zeus now the target.
Yep, Shun is going to turn up. He does have the cease and desist available. There it is now. Zeus, I don't know whether he's going to be able to get out of this one as the gold card connects, and that will execute him. Bin.
His ghost, and while he doesn't have the flash available, maybe this is an angle for Guma.
Yeah, he is going to walk over a ward, but we'll see whether Bin can do anything about it. The smallest all out that I've ever seen, but it's going to work out here as Guma is going to be able to throw enough in there. Elk is just going to try and find a little bit more. Still not actually going to follow him all the way forward. Let's carry a live for now, as in the meanwhile, there is an attack on the bottom side. 3v3 gold card here from Bin. Bolt Breaker's fantastic hook. He's going to catch the K'Sante, as somehow they're still alive, and there's the teleport in from Faker. On is going to be the one that has to be sacrificed, and somehow T1 find a kill in the play. Ulti comes down, they're going to find even more. There's a gold card prepped, and they're not going to chase too far forward. Never you mind. As Faker breathing. There is another one as now Shun. They may have found the angle. Knight is going to get in there, and we forgot about the Corki, and he'll deliver the package to T1. And T1 wishes they could send it all the way back. Knight wanting to find more. He's got a flash of his own. The sidestep again. That one's going to miss as well. And somehow Faker is going to swivel. Even though he did manage to get that first blood earlier on in the game, he's just scaling, and now on a killing spree. And we know that it only gets worse from here. My goodness.
But you can feel the momentum. They're kind of keeping BLG around, waiting for the TP to come through from Faker.
Okay, in the meantime, now Shun might be in trouble here. The ulti comes down from Faker, and they start the fight off with a kill onto Shun. There's another one on Knight as well, and the shutdown goes to the Dragon and T1. When you've got Senna, Aurelion Sol on, you do kind of cheat when you start to get to the later minutes of the game. As now Bin moving forward, but I don't know whether he wants to. Zeus, he is going to be able to mitigate the CC, finds another one here, is just done. And once again, it's that 3-1 for BLG. Teleport coming on in here as Zeus maybe just wants to take the turret before he's going to die, but Knight is coming in and he wants to get yet another kill for himself. Couldn't get to the wall, couldn't get all
Single target lockdown in particular. Yes, Knight's going to be really big when it comes to the EU.
Are we just throwing up the position that we're in away.
Observers are showing they have no vision. I don't think they're going to get a break. They might get the fight.
There's the
Woke up, even with Aesol, obviously there's so much CC.
Yeah, just good awareness from Knight. At first, it seemed he...
Are not as deadly. Still, this turret is in trouble. Knight teleports in. Great snare from Gumayusi as BLG even out the numbers and T1 get the heck out of there.
T1 though really good with the pressure.
Never mind, there's the ram. It's going to connect onto Elf. They know that he doesn't have the flash and the explosion of damage. T1, it's not about the turret. They take 3 kills before they get it. And now
is there for the taking.
Even in the face of BLG, it was so obvious what T1 was looking for.
This game is in T1's hands. They're wanting to get us to silver scrapes as Shun down to 50% underneath the inner turret.
Fake was tanking.
Yeah, a little bit of a...
Sure. They get the plays.
Never mind. Okay, we're all the way back into the action. Shun is in so much trouble. Ona is able to lock down the kill in the end, and now the resets are coming in. He's under a turret, and he's alone. I don't know about that one, but it is a trade, a 1-for-1 here. But even a 1-for-1, when the Baron is on the map here for T1,
Dragon
it's
spawning. But let's look back at this play.
T1, as you say, really won this. They kind of forced with that engage there from on. Nicely done on Carrier. And then the rest of T1 just trying to play for damage control. Owner goes in there, not able to get out, so knows he's dead, tries to just make a play with the resets, and ends up getting Knight's flash. So I think they made the best out of
can navigate this pin on the flank. Owner recognizing it, wards to try and cut it off. Here's the TF ult.
Yeah, Destiny coming on in here. Gumayusi trying to keep himself safe over Ona diving onto Bin, but there is the on-horn. Knockoff is perfect to deny the ram. T1 haven't lost anyone just yet, but it's going to be so hard to get this dragon. Zeus gets amongst it, though the all-out comes on through as Shun not going to be getting in range of the smite. They deny the soul, but can they win the fight is the question. Elf goes down, and the Corky's massive Vega saves it as there is the double, and T1 will wipe the fight.
That was some old school Cassantoning as well from Zeus. Amidst multiple members, he was the one who kept Shun away from the pit. He was the one who drew the attention, and T1 get the dragon, and we'll be able to push in for mid lane turret here as well.
It's a chaotic fight on multiple sides that T1 navigate beautifully. And it felt like once Bin had gone into the flank, that T1's front to back was going.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, now just gets to breathe on the Baron. It's going to go down very, very quickly, as we can see. Hex Splash getting on amongst it, but no. Now, he does find himself in an awkward position. Finally, a ram is going to get some knockups, but the follow-up isn't exactly there. Still, they're able to get on top of the support, and BLG don't
Shun is alive. T1 have to be careful.
Bin on the flank.
Yeah, it's
Faker
a great
is
flank.
relatively
Look
low.
at these health bars are getting lower and lower as Knight throws the rockets in. Faker is going to get taken down at the start of the fight, but the trade is going to be on to Shun. The all-out is going to be there as Knight is down relatively low, and the Unstoppable is going to get Zeus out of there. Just regrouping with the team. 2 dead on the side of BLG, and Bin finding himself on the wrong side of the fight. He is still very healthy, but I don't know whether this is going to do it. There's the knockback, and Bin will be wiped from the map.
Guma almost goes down, but T1 still have enough. Faker will be back up, but those are the moments that BLG is...
He's got Anathemas. He's 4 items, and they're all really big, tanky ones. Another dragon denied here from BLG. As an Ornhorn coming out once again, Carrier looks for the knockup, and they're just going to look for On. Try and get the kill they can find. That's a decent package, but it's defensive. Then, oh, never you mind. Okay, it's really offensive as Faker almost just dies to the damage. Bin, he's on a ward as now T1 look to try and get him out of there. On in trouble as well as BLG. They're going for the pincer, and that doesn't often work here in League of Legends. Bin looks for Faker, and he gets him. Wow. Okay, we've got another fight here on the other side, though, and Shun's going to be taken down by Ona. T1 answer back, and there's a flash in. Ona doesn't find it on Knight, though, whose Valkyrie is absolutely fantastic.
It's BLG, though, that are running for their lives. They're the ones that have to retreat. T1 are sieging onto the base.
Crucially, though, Shun is going to come up in about 30 seconds. We'll see there's no real opportunity, no ultimate for Bin, no TP for Knight. So
Tower.
Oh, there's the back from Carrier.
They don't want to overcommit, though. They saw a large figure in the bush and said, you know what? That's not a squishy target.
Oh, Zeus. Oh, they know!
He's baiting! Okay, there is the Destiny. They know exactly what's wrong now, but can they do anything about it? Knight just purchased that GA as they get on top of Gumayusi. That flash was absolutely amazing, and the health bots to try and deny this push from Bin, who runs out of minions. That hook was amazing from On, but I don't know whether he will survive as he gets knocked back by the Cassante. And On will be taken down underneath his inner turret. And that was a solo kill from Faker in the bottom lane. This game is insane.
T1 still have all 5 members alive. Only Elk is left to defend. He's trying to catch what waves he can, but Carrier is chasing him down.
He's going to get knocked back. Of course, Carrier taking a fair bit of damage there, but the rest of T1 is bearing down on Elk. This Dragon up and available as well as Elk. He is going to be taken out here. There is the ace in the end.
Look to secure another Baron.
Upgraded Leandris is just a little bit too much. I don't think Shun's gonna make it. As we see here again, the value of that ultimate from the TF, as we do see in a picture-in-picture. That it
Now
was
put together 3 Cloud Drakes in a row.
for T1. There's a few things you need to
Give
avoid.
them anything, they'll take it. As Ona, there is the Ram. Okay, Carrier tries to find Elky, will be able to connect it. They're not able to get the snare though, as Faker has to use his Zhonya's, and look at that damage! Absolutely absurd, and that is a large price to pay, as now Zayas sort of taking matters into his own hands. 1 versus 4 right now, great buffer on the hook as Knight is going to turn up the Dawning Shadow, does nothing, package delivered! And there is Ona now trying to get him out of this battle, and Ona is going to do it. He's going to be able to take down the Corgi, but can they get anything else is the question. This Corgi is gigantic, and now in the hands of the T1 jungler, they turn the fight around. And I thought that this was going to be the comeback angle for BLG, but T1 say no. They say that they love Silver Scrapes and they'd like to put it on one more time.
Bin stands alone as he watches turrets fall, but I don't think even he can save this one.
BLG fall apart. T1.
Wait a minute.
Zayas is going down extremely low. They're going to hold on to their last Nexus turret. Zayas somehow survives. Not sure about that one, but these health bars are going down so low. Ona still going to tank up that last turret shot, but now he's able to get in there. That's his Vault Breaker now. And Zayas comes back with a more than full health bar. That's everyone else's health bar as well, I'm pretty sure. And that Ram will stop anyone from being able to deny this Nexus. And there it is, it was slightly delayed. They had to work so hard, but the Nexus will be taken and T1 will take us to game 5.
Bin, he got a pick prepared, but he wants to play for the team. His Cassante has obviously been incredible this series, and it offers a little bit more frontline. But Bin is put in a position to carry. He's given agency, he has great backline.
For both teams. The stress that they're under is Faker.
There's a Pop Blossom from Knight. He is going to be able to find Faker. Still, he's relatively healthy, but it's not quite going to be enough. There's a shove, and now he's caught under the turret. Faker with the outplay, and Shun will go down for first blood.
Faker holds the flash.
It looked like first blood was secured for BLG. And just like that, T1 turned it around. Now the ult's in bot.
Here's the Ram, there's the knock up. The double comes in on top of Carrier, but still, he gets to his turret. It's not quite, oh, never mind. He survives. Now Gumayushi with so many minions and the rest of BLG here. He gets the snap, and it's with Carrier. I'm not sure about that one, buddy. And BLG will even out the scoreline.
The 2v2 goes in the favor of BLG, but he doesn't quite have enough to get the kill onto Carrier. Almost, but just short. On then runs out of vision. Guma's also tanking all the damage. We go back to live.
In the meantime, you've got Bin in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, well, Zayas in a bit of trouble here towards the top side of the map. Shun has to flash, but... And like eventually it will go down, but it's really looking quite slow here with just a Vampiric Scepter worth of damage. See whether Shun overextends as Chains of Corruption are going to connect. There is the Seismic Shove as well. He has the ulti, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive as the Dawning Shadow tries? But it does not work. There's the ultimatum as Knight will find 3 with a Pop Blossom. And there has Bin getting a kill as well. And now the flash out. Carrier answers back. Bin still alive in this one, but it's T1 that win the fight in the end.
But they win the fight, but in the
Ona then tries to get the damage up on the Bin. A nice ulti from Knight. Unfortunately for him, commits himself to the play, and BLG don't have anything left. Meaning that T1 walk away with 2 kills.
And the depth charge, fantastic. It meant that Bin couldn't follow there as the Ram is coming down once again. Ona, by his lonesome, he's going to have to flash dash, get himself out of there, and he is going to be able to do so. Big investment to keep him alive, and now some grubs will be the prize here for BLG. Not able to deny the 4th, though. Okay, Guma was the one spotted here as Knight. Shape Splitter, of course, is going to deny the surprise from T1.
And this game is interesting in that T1, I think, also needs to find his leads at the TP.
That's a big teleport. Is now Carrier moving towards it, trying to keep Gumayusi alive. Great hook shot, though. And this Varus is not long for the world. Bin is going to execute it.
A good TP from
Trail down to about 3,000 here. T1 wanting to fight for it. Ona in the back of the pit. That's a big teleport and a big hook as well. Seismic shove to pull him back. Bin knocked up as well. But now Shun getting into that backline. The Dawning Shadow to keep them alive. And now Bin looks for that backline. Faker got it executed even after the flash. And BLG, they found their team by 3 kills. And they give up on the Herald. He'll have to wait until they finish with T1.
the first major fight of the game goes the way of BLG. Zeus is interrupted. Faker is shut down. And BLG, while they might not have the gold lead just yet, will secure the Heralds.
Bin on this Camille comes up absolutely huge. Once again, blinds it. In game 5, TP coming through.
Oh dear,
This is
Zeus, this is a bit of a sacrifice here, as you can see. On makes his way over. That is the turret being taken down. Carrier is actually here to try and keep his top laner alive. Blast Cone is going to try and get him out of here. Searing Charge not going to catch up, and there is no one here to back him up.
But in the overall game state, BLG walk away the victors.
Not going to be able to challenge for this dragon, and of course, in a game... Well, now you've got a back coming on through here as BLG will wait, but they still do have the end. Bin finds the Hextech ultimatum. The train is going to be there as well. And now T1, they want to find something back, but of course the Bellows Breath is going to deny the CC, and Zeus, he's going to get pop blossomed, and he is going to survive for a long time, but not long enough. Elk going to lock down the kill, and BLG will...
There's a clone.
He was baited or blocked. I didn't quite get to see it fast enough.
And BLG going to deny such a big possibility, possible out for T1. Get themselves the first Infernal Drake.
And start their stacking as well.
If
A
you
little
are
bit more damage now, but man, after you stack 4 of those, you're going to be feeling pretty good.
Guma and Carrier all invested. As Carrier was in a dangerous spot.
Oh, there's a Pop Blossom as well. They're all on top of Owner, and he will be taken down. The all-out going to come on through here as Knight goes golden, but I have a feeling he is going to go down. Zeus going to get that kill. It's Jungle of the Mid.
Was not a fully finished Zonya's Guma.
Yeah, there's another on-horn, and he is just going to get knocked up and put down. Knight is going to Pop Blossom him. That's going to be that outer turret that's been so frustrating. And BLG will break down part of the wall of T1 here and look to push further.
Taking inspiration from what T1 did in the previous game, BLG take out Gumayusi. And now Zeus on the flank, but I don't think he can do anything. The minion wave is thinned. BLG have their eyes on the dragon.
Health bars are a little bit low, T1. We'll see if they want to try and either maybe flip for that Nash. BLG, that dragon is going to be taken for sure. Second Infernal Drake. And I think a Hail Mary is in order. But without Guma, your damage to this objective is so negligible. Faker went.
Gets the buffer on that one, and now BLG just defending
It's
this
gone.
Baron. It's going down so incredibly quickly. I don't think T1 has any chance of getting over. Ona tries to get himself towards the pit, but the train is going to run him over. He's not able to do it. Ben just has laser sights on this Viego, and now he's diving in to try and kill the rest of them. Might have been a little over-aggressive, but he's got a Guardian Angel. Carrier's Flash does nothing. Ben comes back alive, and BLG get a Baron and the rest.
Baron secured. T1 demolished. BLG on track to return to the finals and knock T1 out of MSI.
As the cinders rain down, Jungle goes crazy. BLG with this Baron. They might look for the end.
Yeah, they're continuing to push forward. And for Knight, it might be that he's managed to take down the greatest of